Hello, strategy gaming fans, war game fans, Gary Grigsby fans, gawkers, strategy gaming dojo fans. This is Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today we are jumping back into War in the East 2. This is Let's Play Part 14, and I hover over the Romanian front as we will be pushing towards Odessa and also trying to complete an encirclement of Soviet troops to the south. And so we will begin doing that in just a moment, but first we got a few things we need to go check out and a few things I want to change. And you may say, what are those things? Well, I'm going to show you. All right. Now, one thing that I want to do is come down here to my Panzers and directly attach support units to them. Now, we're watching this at about 10:05 Pacific. At 10:30 Pacific, the basic tutorial part 5 will be going up. It's loading at the moment. It will be going up, and that is all about support units. And I do not generally attach support units at the division level, except when it comes to Panzer divisions. And if we look at the Panzer division here, the 11th Panzer division, we have got an Army light flak unit that is part of this division. We're going to take that off, okay? And let's see if we have one up here in the 14th Panzer division. We do. That's a light flak. We're going to take that out of there. But we are going to go back and assign, well, I can't take these out because they just moved this turn. And so when it has the asterisk by it, you cannot move them again. You can only move these support units once per turn. Let's go to 9th Panzer. We can take that out. All right, that's gone. And I think that's our 4 Panzer divisions down here. All right, now then, I'm going to go up to OKH. And you may say, why is he going up to OKH? Well, we're going to go look at the support units attached to OKH. And why are we going to go look at them up here? Well, the reason being is when we click on them, we can actually get their information. We're not selecting them for anything right now. We can go and look and drill down into exactly what we have here. So motorized Army light flak. You can see it over here. What it's got, what it has, what its elements are is actually what I want to see. 20 millimeter flak 38 AA gun. It is motorized, okay. Now for these Panzers, we've got to make sure that we're getting motorized. Anything that you put in with them need to be motorized. And so I'm trying to figure out what would be the best motorized flak battalions to put in with them. In the old game, and I don't want to keep referring back to the old game, we got a new game, and I do understand that. But in the old game, these LW or Luftwaffe flak battalions did not, they were more for the infantry. Now this has got the 88, which is an anti-tank gun as well. That turned into an anti-tank gun. It can be both, though. It can be an AA gun and an anti... I like these Luftwaffe motorized mixed flak. That's excellent. I mean, they've got a lot of punch to them with that anti-tank capability. So I think that's what we're going to directly attach out here. All right, so let's go to 11th Panzer. Let's assign support units, and let's go down to those anti-aircraft. Now, do they have any of the LWs down here? No, they do not. Okay. Now, that's interesting that we can't bring those all the way down here to attach. All right, so we've got light flak, motorized Army flak. Now I want to go look at these. Let's go look at the motorized Army flak, and I think we can do that from 6th Army headquarters. They probably, or Army Group South, actually. Let's look and see what they have here. Nope, they don't have any. Okay. All right, we're learning. Back up to OKH we go. And let's take another look here at these AA units. So Army motorized, Army flak. Now see, these don't have as big of a punch. They do have the 88s in them though, so the Army Motorized Flak Battalion. All right. I do want to get some anti-tank in here with the tanks. So let's assign support units again. All right, so this is what we were looking at. As a matter of fact, I think 278th was the one that I clicked on. So let's go ahead and directly attach that to this Panzer unit. And you can see it right down here. It has an asterisk because we can't move it again this turn. So just keep that in mind. Hey, Harold, how's it going? Hey, David. What's up? Spiral Megatron is curious to see how I'll handle the first few turns of Army Group South. Well, so am I. I'm extremely curious about it. Army Group South, it is a slog down here, and I think people get impatient and it causes them to make mistakes. But who am I to critique? Let's see what else we may want to put in. Now, again, it needs to be motorized, really. We could put in some motorized infantry if we wanted to. We could even put these Flammen Panzers in there, although I usually use those in urban areas. Now, I've been told historically these Stug battalions were put with infantry, so I'm going to keep it that way. The Panzer Jaegers, I would actually like to go, let's go look at the 600 or the 561st Panzer Jaeger Battalion. All right, I think that's up at OKH. Did I just see that? I hope I did, because that's where we're going to go look. And the reason I want to look at that is if we can get even more anti-tank in. Oh gosh, they've only got one of them up here at OKH. Okay, is it motorized? It is. All right. All right. Now you may say, why does he keep going up to OKH? When you're down on the lower levels, you can't click and see exactly what makes these up. And so you kind of got to go up here to look and see what their elements are. Okay, well, if those Panzerjäger battalions are motorized, I'm for putting them in here. Let's just make sure. Okay, he's only got one, and it is that one. Okay, we'll put that in there, and that's motorized. And now he's got a Panzerjäger, and he's got motorized flak. Now this motorized flak, if we click on it, we can see it here now. It's motorized, its elements, it's got an 88, it's got 12 88 millimeter guns, and it's got 9 20 millimeter. Okay, that's fine. Now then, let's go up to this. I'm going to try to, now that you get the idea, I'm going to try to kind of speed through this a little bit. Motorized Army light flak, motorized Army flak. Okay, I'm going to try to pick ones that have a TOE, table of equipment, of 100 if I can. Okay, and you may say, you may also be asking, why is he putting flak in with these Panzers? Well, when they get out here, you know, they're out here, your Air Force is back here, your Luftwaffe is back here. They can't run, you know, interdiction missions out here. So if the Soviets are running interdiction against your tanks, they can blow up a lot of tanks and you don't have any air cover. And so you need to try to get some AA into these units. Now I do wish I had more of those Panzerjägers. I can get them down here, but that's showing them as artillery, which makes me nervous. If it says artillery, it might not be motorized. Motorized Army flak. Motorized Army flak. Okay. Looks good to me. These ones that they're listing as artillery, though, let's actually go look at these. They're at OKH. Let's just look at the 561st. Okay. The 561st in artillery is going to be right. Can he do math? Why isn't that showing up there? That's all AA. Okay, it's SP artillery. 561st Panzerjäger. It is motorized. Okay, well, that'll give us some more anti-tank capabilities. Looks good to me. So we'll go down to those that they're claiming are artillery, but really, if they're motorized, that's fine. That's all we need. So there's the 561st. We'll put that in there. Again, it's only into Panzer divisions do I directly attach to divisions. I like to keep the flexibility of being able to assign them down or pull them down from higher commands. Now this one's almost built up. We'll take that one. All right. Now he's got motorized flak. He's got a Panzerjäger battalion. That all looks good, and I think we got one more to go here. 16th Panzer. I will also, okay, we pulled this down, and also the Stug. We'll go put one that I actually want in there, and we'll take those out next time. How about the 275th Army flak? Okay, wait a minute. I said we had one more? We had two more. Okay, let's make sure we've got them all in here. Motorized Army flak, 272nd, sure. And then we'll do one of these Panzer Jaegers. That one's got 96 of its TOE. That looks good to me. Excellent. Now then, one other thing I want to do. This, I believe, is the unit that got chewed up a little bit. And let's go look at the battle screens. I forget where that is. It's down here. Here. Show battle sites. Okay, I want to look at this battle site. Right, was it here? Where we lost like 25 freaking tanks. I want to look at this again. There it is. There's the battle. You can tell it's been sticking in my mind all night. Negative 25. And the reason I think that happened was my own fault. And I think it's because they brought in 88 bombers here. And I hadn't quite done this yet. I said I hadn't done it yet. Let's just be honest, okay? I had not brought in this AA. And you can see here, we had a motorized light flak that was attached to it, but we only got 29 fighters up to run cap over the top of it. The Soviets brought 57 fighters and 88 bombers. Good job by the AI to hit one of our Panzer divisions out here, and we ended up losing 25 tanks, and that's enough to get you executed. Well, gosh, let's hope not. But this unit here, now then, 16th Panzer, I'm going to put that on refit and try to build it back up. While, you know, we took some losses there, we've got a lot of tanks at the start. We're going to try to build that back up. Barreled. You're going to be fine, Barreled. They will live on in infamy. The bards will sing their praises of how they started this battle on the Eastern Front. Okay, so we've done that. Was there something else I wanted to do? There may have been. Their supply priority is only on 3. Question whether we want all of our Panzers on a 4, but for right now, I'm going to do it a 3. Now, as we get into the Romanians here, some things to keep in mind. You've got these German divisions out here as well in the gray. You really need to kind of use them to do your major attacks. I mean, the Romanians just don't have as much, you know, I mean, they just don't. I don't know what other way to put it. You can see here, just as an example, you have this German air landing unit that we could, it's the 22nd Air Landing Division. We could, you know, fly it out here and drop it, I guess, but really no reason to do that. But it's got a 32 raw combat value at the start. Now, this isn't a fair comparison. These are regiment size, but let's try to find... there it is. There's a Romanian division. It's got 11, okay? And so it's going to be about half. Now, you know, this is a very good German unit. It's going to be about half to 2.5 times less in combat strength, these Romanian divisions. Just keep that in mind. Now, we are going to use them to take Odessa and to move into the Crimea. That doesn't always work great, but I also think taking the Crimea is way overrated. And we're going to use the German units to go straight east and try to get as close to Rostov as we can before the winter comes. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind the Romanians have terrible generals. Absolutely horrific. Oh, that reminds me. Let's go find the headquarters for 11th Army. Where is it? Where are you? It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. There's 11th Army headquarters. All right, let's right click on there and go look at the Wikipedia. This is one of the few times we may do this because I am very surprised it is given to Army Group Antonescu, which is a Romanian Romanian Army Group command. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I just can't imagine the Germans saying, oh, okay, well, we're going to turn over the 11th Army to being commanded by Romanians, just the way they operated. And it used to be part of Army Group South. So it says the 11th Army was part of Army Group South when it invaded. Well, why is it underneath Army Group Antonescu then? I'll put that in my email. I didn't think that could be right. Just knowing what you do about the Nazis, right? They were not going to put a full German army underneath command of crappy Romanian generals. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what else to say about that. They will have to reassign them. They need to be going up to Army Group South. He says, as he goes back to look at Army Group South, where are they in their command? Well, they can only take like 10 more command points. How many command points does 11th Army have? Yeah, it's got a lot more than that. Okay, it is what it is. Let's start moving units. Now, what are we trying to accomplish here? Well, we're going to try to complete this encirclement. You know, it's 10 plus Soviet divisions that would be trapped here, maybe as many as 15, depending what all the stuff is. We also, if we drive right through here, can trap these divisions as well. Now, that's just a fortified unit, and so are these. So this will be the easiest place to go. These fortified units, usually you can take them right out with a hasty attack. And so we've got the Hungarians over here. The Hungarians are not allowed to cross into Romanian territory. You know, that's no way for allies to act, but that's how it is. We are going to do a hasty attack right here. Now, these are motorized and cavalry attacking into rough. Don't do